Oh my goodness, and that is the last of them for us for the day. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't worry about them. They're pros. They've been working here as greeters longer than I have. And I think one of them is actually a full-fledged angel. Yeah, not a soul that used to be human and then transformed like us. Yes, yes, they do exist, believe it or not. Ah, I am so glad it's over, though. Don't get me wrong. Being a greeter is fantastic. I love meeting new faces and introducing them to this beautiful home that they deserve to be in. Yeah, well, I think so. Why? Yeah. Well, sometimes, like I said at the beginning of you working with us, that souls may vary in responses when it comes to realizing that their life has moved on from being on Earth to being up here with us in heaven. Some of them are grateful so much that they cry. Yeah, like that sweet older lady. Wasn't she cool? So selfless, I agree. And then some are just too unaware to know what's going on, but they came here, their souls, the ages of what could be. No, they don't choose. It's usually kind of like right past the initial years of child development. So it tends to, it's almost like a roll of the dice, as they say, where it's between the ages of 8 and 12, I believe, in human years. And then from there, the spirit chooses which one to have or to stick with, and that's how they present themselves. Yeah, cool, right? I think it's really neat that these young ones have the ability to at least have some agency over how far along they are within the limitations of their growing years when they enter here. Especially if they entered here, they died from a really, really young age. Yeah. But yeah, they were sweet. They were, I think, a little more on the confused side, as I told you it would happen. But exactly, they weren't that difficult. They were sweet too, really sweet. Hmm? Right, right. Yeah, I mean, my heart aches for them too. I can't imagine, really, what it would be like. They made it up here, while friends and family weren't so lucky. And I don't know necessarily what the rules are when it comes to who comes in, who doesn't. Um, I don't want to question anything, but it's sometimes odd, I guess. And it's beside the point. The one thing that I did want to talk to you about, though, was the interactions that you had with the more hostile, unwilling, uncertain souls that came through the gates. Yeah, the ones giving us a hard time because how dare we not understand what they're saying and they want to go home. Little did they know that this is their home. They didn't hurt you, did they? And I'm not talking physical. I don't know how possible it is for angels to get physically hurt, like dangerously, like some of those guys, were promising would happen. Besides, you don't need to really worry anyway. They were greeted by us, met by Michael and some of his guys, and, he helped us with the rest. Yeah, the Michael. Which, now that I think about it, is kind of odd. Oh, yes, he is. But yeah, don't get me wrong, he's fantastic as a protector. And serious one, very serious. But he's not exactly created for, hospitality department. Yeah, it's more Raphael and Gabriel. But I'd say Gabriel's a little more on the communication side than Raphael. But regardless, they don't always come here. I think Gabriel's the most common visit, but most of the time they got crazier things to deal with. And that's why we're here to help them. And help new spirits who come in. New souls. Hmm? Yeah, of course. They're really, really neat. Again, Michael is very much more of a protector. Him choosing to protect reflects definitely the oldest brother of the group, I guess. Well, technically, yes. All angels were pretty much created at the same time. But heaven does have a hierarchy after all. And, someone's more in preference to want to lean towards one branch while someone else wants to choose another. And sometimes it's just easier. Also, in terms of concepts, when they explain themselves to humans, be it here in heaven or on earth, when they go, which again is a little more Gabriel. And any trusted angel he asks to help. Yeah, a couple. Cool, right? It's everybody's dream. It makes it sound like it's a work thing. It is, but it's one of those where it'd be a plus, be a bonus. To be able to work side by side with one of God's closest. Exactly. But enough about them. I'm just very grateful that Michael decided to come down and help with the rowdier crowd of souls. Though that does still beg the question to me, why? Both? Why were they so angry and upset and defiant when they realized that they were at the gates to what is essentially paradise? Why were they so angry? And their threats, while extreme, very human, are empty. Why is it that, despite all those things, Michael himself came down here with his closest and told us that they would take charge of this situation, of this crowd? It's never happened before. So that means something... Yeah. Something must have happened. And like I said before the shift, I don't think it was good. No. Well, there's nothing we can do. We aren't part of that world anymore. We're here. The best we can do is to help. Yes. Help the new souls get accustomed to living here. And if they don't, well, then we just do our best to make sure that they do want to stick around and realize that they deserve it. They deserve to be up here with us in heaven. Yeah. I definitely think so. Maybe not everyone does, themselves included, but I think so. There must be a reason, right? What is it that some of the angels say? Everything works according to God's plan? Yeah. Exactly. Sometimes it's hard to question it, so why? Why try? Yeah, I know. It's a little silly sounding, but that's what I got right now. That's what I know, or have known for a while, or at least tell myself. Yeah, I guess the big day really has kind of exhausted me. I didn't know angels could get exhausted until today, even after all the other crazy busy shifts that we've had in the past. Oh. Mm. Of course. You're more than welcome to ask. Ask anything. And then, yeah, I think it would be smart for us to go and unwind. Go back home, you know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I remember. Did? Was I not around for that? Oh. Huh. Strange. Hmm. You're wondering what the blessing is. Well, I shouldn't... I probably am not allowed to tell you. I'm probably not. I most likely shouldn't be telling you anything. But, I mean, you're curious, aren't you? Look, at least for now, all I can say is that if worse comes to worse, there is a way to help new souls let go of the past and to embrace the future better without all of the, the hostility and the feelings that they have. Yeah, I mean, it is called a blessing for that reason. Yeah. Look, all I gotta tell you, when it comes to us and our job, let's do our best to make sure that everyone does feel welcome. Everyone who comes in knows that they deserve it and knows that they're good people and they deserve to enjoy this afterlife. And we can also hope that Michael doesn't have to come down here again to bother him, but to also bring defiant souls a blessing. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get Michael down here. Sounds like I'm saying he's pompous or anything. He's not. He's just very serious. But anyway, I wouldn't question too much the whole process of, No, you don't need that kind of stress. Yeah. Hey, I gotta go. I promised... Oh my goodness. I promised them that I'd meet them 15 minutes ago. Oh, I guess this long shift was a lot longer than expected. But I'm gonna go. I hope I answered your question. Maybe you'll come to understand it a bit more next time we have to deal with this. Of course. Go get some rest. Again, you did really great out there. No bad marks at all. Yeah. But go home, relax, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay?